Now more than ever, people are looking to supplement their income by starting a side hustle or maybe even a new business for themselves. Well, what if I told you that as a watch collector, you might have a cheap watch that's just laying around in your watch box collecting dust that could be flipped for hundreds or thousands of dollars? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about 9 cheap watches that could be flipped for big profit, so stay tuned. Because the best part about this is, chances are you have at least one of the watches on today's list in your collection right now. It is 6:07 p.m. Let's get down to business. Real quick, guys, didn't mean to interrupt the episode, but the giveaway is still going on. That's right, you have 3 chances to win 3 very cool watches, 1 Vero Workhorse Track Day, and 2 Orient Aviation watches. These are awesome pieces, and yeah, all you gotta do is subscribe to T3 Time to Drive, link in the description below. It's my automotive channel where we talk about everything car, and yeah, I have some buyer's remorse when it comes to my Land Rover. I probably shouldn't have sold my Jeep and bought a Land Rover, but hey, you live and you learn. Check out this episode. All right, subscribe over there, leave a comment on one of the episodes, and you could win a watch. All right, guys, so let's start small, then push past the rookie numbers because I know you guys want to get into the big money, so we'll kind of breeze through the first few watches. First up, the Seiko SSC 081 Solar Chronograph Compass, a watch I personally own and I absolutely love. Now, I've mentioned before, like at the start of my channel around 2017, that was my most impressive watch according to the outside world. Like whenever I would wear it, I would get tons of compliments. Still to this day, people are very impressed with that watch, which is insane because I bought it for like under $200. Well, I didn't buy it. It was actually one of the first gifts my girlfriend got me. And yeah, it's not very expensive. However, now the average going price for these secondhand is over $400. Next up, Helm watches. Now, we know Helm because I've reviewed the Vanuatu on my channel. This is a very sought after micro brand, and the secondhand prices really do reinforce this. Most of them are released just above the $300 mark. But now they're averaging like $500 secondhand. And again, this speaks to the quality of these Helm watches, but also, you know, not many of them are made at one time. So people are kind of sick of being put on lists. And then people look to the secondhand market and, you know, yeah, drives up the price. Next up, another micro brand that starts with the letter H, Halios. Most of them are well under $1,000, but now you find them sitting over $1,000, and people are clearly interested in scooping them up. I mean, we have one here with 14 watchers. By the way, I just finished the Netflix series The Watcher, and you know, it has to do with that supposed true story of that family that bought that expensive house and then started getting those freaky letters. It was a very bad, anticlimactic, just stupid show. My girlfriend loved it though. Connie thought it was awesome. I thought it was like really dumb. I'm gonna spoil it real quick. It ends and nothing happens. I know you're thinking like, oh, so it was just a bad ending. No, like nothing happens. Like it ends and nothing happens. But okay, I get it. The first few watches we spoke about, kind of small potatoes when we're looking at profits there, and you could argue that a couple of those watches were kind of obscure, but what about the watches that you can flip for big money that you yourself currently own and that you didn't spend much money on in the first place? Well, surprise, a lot of these are Seikos, and a lot of them are worth way more than you bought them for. First up, the Seiko SKX 007 and many of its variants. Guys, you used to be able to find these brand new all day long for under $200, and now they're averaging over $400. And some of the less common variants, like the Jack-o'-lantern or the pumpkin, it's essentially just the orange dial SKX, those are going for well above $500. And again, these were released under $200. Moving on to the Seiko Alpinist Sarbo 17, you knew I was going to talk about this watch. You used to be able to find them under $400 all day long, brand new, and now the average selling price is over $1,000. And piggybacking off of that would be the blue variant, which I just mentioned in a recent episode, the Seiko SPB 089. Now, this was kind of a botched release done by Hodinkee. Initially, they had like an exclusive release, and then I was one of the people that got really upset about it. But they were selling for $600 MSRP. Now the average selling price is over $2,000. But the next two watches on the list make every watch we just spoke about look just worthless. The Casio G-Shock DW69 series M&M edition. I'm not talking about the candy, I'm talking about the controversial white wrapper. Mom spaghetti, knees weak, mom spaghetti, vomit on his shirt, wait, vomit on his sweater already, mom spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface, he's mom spaghetti. Something like that. I went to high school with a kid that called himself the White Dragon, and he would always try to rap battle people, and he would wear his hood, like, with, like, his headphones, like, as if he was, you know, Slim Shady or something. He was terrible. Like, what I just did right now is better than anything he ever did. Yo, shout out White Dragon. Sounds like a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Isn't that a Yu-Gi-Oh thing also? Oh, no, never mind. He was White Demon. Sorry, White Demon. Shout out White Demon. Anyway, this M&M edition G-Shock, and again, this was based on one of the most common G-Shock bodies and modules, the DW69 series. Just to real quick, you know, the John Mayer series of G-Shocks also using this same body and module. These were like $189 initially, okay? Now, the last one just sold for over $800, with one person asking $30,000. This guy must love Eminem. 8 Mile is like his favorite piece of cinema known to man. I'm not sure he'll get $30,000 for that, but still crazy what people are asking for limited edition variants of G-Shocks. And the last watch we're going to talk about here, this is big money, okay? And it's the most expensive watch when we're talking about MSRP as well. So this was released just a couple years ago at $3,000, okay? So this is not a cheap watch, but it's way cheaper than what people are getting for them now. If you were fortunate enough to get one at $3,000, have a seat, bring your wife into the room, talk about your options, talk about your future together, what you maybe, you know, make sure you have a prenup. Because the average going price right now is over $10,000, and people are selling these for over $15,000. That's a big chunk of change for a G-Shock. Now, all this may seem super exciting to you, right? To learn about, you know, an unsuspecting watch, kind of an entry-level piece that you bought years ago might be worth thousands of dollars today, but what do you do with this information now? Like, okay, you want to get rid of it, but now what? Well, it might seem kind of daunting or intimidating to think about selling your watch, and like, where do you list it? Like, what pictures do you got to take? Like, what information? Well, I'll do it for you. I'm not kidding. The Time Teller shop will sell your watch, okay? We've done it before numerous times. We're kind of experts at this by now. Send an email to sales@thetimetellershop.com. That's sales@thetimetellershop.com. We will get in touch with you. If you could, please send some just rudimentary pics. Doesn't have to be like professional. Just some simple, you know, like mobile phone. Just quick snap. Just a little... yeah, that's nice. Just a little quick pic about the watch, some information about it, and then we'll get back to you about the next step, how to sell your watch through the Time Teller shop. We'll do all the legwork, we will sell your watch, you'll sit at home, make the money, and you didn't really have to do anything at all. It's kind of a win-win. So guys, what do you think? Which one was the most surprising watch on the list? Which watch do you have on the list? And have you ever sold a watch for more than you thought you'd get? Leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. And speaking of watches worth big money, check out this new Patek. It's not a 5711, guys. I promise it's not, because they said it's not. Patek Philippe is lying to you. Look at this episode. Gato, clip it. Any similarities that you may be seeing between this watch and this watch, it's all just in your head. All right, it's all just in your head, and that's my official statement. I do not work for Patek Philippe, by the way. Leave a comment over there and tell me the silliest lie you've ever told in the comment section over on that episode. I will see you over there. All right, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.